live. Hey, what's up, everyone? This is episode 92 of the Blrd podcast. As well, maybe not as always, but as of currently, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Creamcast. And myself, the Ed Underground Baby. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Playing Street Fighter.
Of course.
Oh, I have not. I haven't played Street Fighter maybe in 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
Damn.
It feels good. It's not gonna be my main fighting game, but it's pretty good. Visuals are
Now,
amazing. Hmm?
the real match is between Creamcast and the Underground.
I already won, but go on.
Time has passed, so we don't know if you will be dominated again or you will actually win this time, man.
Well, I was ever dominated, but
Come on, be honest.
the only person that has won more matches than all of us combined has been the one that shall not be named. And
I understand, but
I did beat
when
him.
it came to the hierarchy, it was Creamcast and the one who shall not be named, those two. Then it was Edward, then it was me, and then it was Dark Side. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not alone. No. Yeah, I don't have stamina to keep playing that much. Uh oh.
Oh, I've had some wins. I've had some wins. I know I have. The glorious win was against the one that shall not be named. That was a glorious win. But all of you guys,
Yes.
sometimes, correct.
Yeah. What?
It's not.
We can
Wait,
hear
what?
you just fine.
I can hear you.
Ah. All right. No idea.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, you're right. Your mic was not on.
It was not on here.
Oh.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, here
All
we
right,
go. Now
Eduardo.
we're back. All right. All right, we're gonna go back.
Bitch ass.
Okay, let's do this again. Let's do this again.
Okay.
No, just.
Oh,
right.
what's up, everyone?
So who's your main, Ed?
Yeah.
Who's my main right now?
Yes.
I know where this is going. I think I know where this
I'm
is
just
going.
trying to see what your main is.
So currently,
Your
I
last
think
main was Akuma,
yes. So currently, I think my main is
or
probably
as known in Japan,
Akuma.
is it Goken?
no. That's his
No, in
brother.
Japan.
No, that's his brother. Yeah,
That's his brother.
No, Goki
That's
Goki.
is what they call him in Japan.
I think it's his brother still, isn't it?
No.
No,
Goken is the
Goken.
brother Goki. It's just like Bison is Vega over there.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And Ryu is Ryu or something like that, right?
Duh. No, seriously, it's like something D, something duh. I just remember from watching the animes. Duh. All right, Ed, who's your main?
No, his name in Japan is Goki. Goki. In
Goki, I
Japan.
told you.
Yeah,
Who's his
Goki.
brother
Damn.
then?
Goken is his brother.
Goken is the
Yeah.
brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Told you,
Tomato,
bitch.
tomato,
Yeah.
tomato, tomato.
Yeah, it's like
But,
anime and anime.
Yeah,
Yes.
Anime.
Anime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ed goes around correcting people. They don't watch anime. They watch
Anime.
anime.
Yes.
So
How is it that it's pronounced, Ed?
I believe so. Just like some people
No,
corrected.
how is it? Can you pronounce it correctly?
Anime, I believe.
You're such a fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
You were being so condescending before, but now that we're on air, you're being modest.
You're so modest
All
now.
right.
He's like, yeah, I say anime like the rest of the silly Americans. You know, I'm just a regular American, just trying to be Japanese. But
Exactly.
all right, so okay, all right, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do for the beginning of this episode though, because that's like 10 minutes of straight like non-talking.
You mean edited wise?
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do the whole intro again. If that makes
No. We're just gonna roll with
That's
that.
all right.
I'm leaving it to Green Turn.
Let's roll with it. It needs to be fresh.
Okay.
Fresh off.
right.
Green Turn's gonna have to
All
do
right.
it, so that's on him.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so
all
right, so
who's my main?
Yeah, who's your man?
Yeah, who's your main?
Currently, which it could also change. It's currently Cammy.
Oh, why is that?
So I never mained as Cammy. And I like speed characters. Okay. So she happens to be a very
there's Rashid.
Rashid, well, haven't gone into the lab as Rashid yet. I just been like playing around, like seeing what he does, but I haven't like done any tech things with Rashid yet. But I'm looking to like see how that goes.
What about DJ?
DJ? I played as DJ in the past, but never as a main.
Never as a main, huh?
DJ's a good, DJ's a good character actually. But DJ takes a lot of, so some characters do a lot of holding back and then go forward.
Yeah.
Charge.
Which, yeah,
they're called charge characters.
I'm not big on charge characters.
Fake fan here.
Well, I'm not a really big fan of charge characters.
We know.
So what is that?
We can tell. Okay, so
okay, and then what about Vega?
Vega. Never been a big fan of Vega.
Non-charge that's speed based. Ryu. I mean Ken. What about Ken?
It's just the same old though. Like I've always picked Ken and Ryu. It's like the go-to characters, which I'm kind of sick and tired of. You know.
Well, Ryu is the character that's the easiest to play.
He's the main.
He's a typical shoulder. He's a shoulder character.
Goku of every. He's the one.
He's like the one that will teach you how to play the game if you're starting out.
Right.
When I started all.
But I mean, he's a shuttle character, so you have him and Ken, right? So at that point, they are. I mean, he's been in the game longer than anybody else. So yeah, I'm not surprised people are pretty much stuck on him. I mean, it makes complete sense. I do have a question for you, Ed Underground. So there's a pretty wide roster of characters that we have in Street Fighter.
So far,
like we got some returning ones. Do you like playing Blanca? Okay, I mean he's another charge character, so
Blanca. Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Never been a big fan of Blanca.
Okay.
Really, ever.
What about Dhalsim?
Dhalsim.
Yeah.
I played him in the Street Fighter 2,
Gotcha.
but the next Street Fighters, not really.
Okay.
Like I said, I like more speed style characters. I'm not really a big fan of like slow, even though they may be powerful, I'm not a big fan of slow, powerful characters.
Well, that's interesting that you say that because there are some new additions to the Street Fighter 6 roster that are
Yes, they are.
that are more speed
Which I have not
characters.
played as of yet because I don't have the time to do
Hey,
so.
hey, hey!
So,
Whoa! Calm down, buddy. Yeah, like you're getting
oh,
real
Why are you getting
defensive.
so defensive?
Yeah,
so,
you're getting
so this
defensive.
is very, very similar to KI. So as you know, I play primarily one character in Killer Instinct, and that is Cinder.
Yeah.
And because I don't have the time to lab with other characters that I would like to play more as,
Such as who?
such as Mira, which I do have play as Mira, but not as much. Such
Interesting.
as Hisako, such
Of
as
course, interesting.
Glacius.
I'm seeing a pattern. Okay.
You've seen the pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are characters that I don't really lab with. Characters that I have lab with have been TJ Combo, Orchid,
Okay.
Shin Usako.
You are so full of caca, my friend.
Yes.
I've played with those
I've
characters.
never seen you play with TJ Combo.
You haven't seen me play with any other characters. So here's the thing. Why go on live playing with characters that I don't play with and not good that people are not going to watch?
Is it really based on the player themselves who can, so that they can determine who's a good character and whatnot?
Yes.
So like, I mean, there's people like, you know, a fan of the podcast, Low Tier God. He literally plays, he literally plays nothing but low tier characters, and he does a phenomenal job.
So I didn't say any of those characters I mentioned. I didn't say they're low tier characters.
So you said, but they're bad.
Usually, no, I didn't say they're bad.
Yes,
I
you
didn't
did.
Say
you said they're bad characters.
Didn't say they're bad. Never said they're bad characters. I said I have lab with those characters.
Green Turn, when you go through this recording, go back and pull up where he said that they're bad characters, and then
said they're bad characters.
And then just transpose that over
this
portion right there. Thank you.
I said I haven't lab with those characters. I don't have the time to play those characters so much as I want to play those characters.
Okay,
I don't have the time to do it. That's why you see me able to play primarily as one character, because I have spent the most time with that character.
Gotcha. So you just don't like. So you know what you like. So at the end of the day, you like what you like. And if you don't like it, you just don't play it.
Nope. So my main characters in the previous games in KI were TJ Combo, Diego, and Saberwolf. Those are my main characters in the previous games.
TJ Combo, Fago, and then who else?
Diego.
Fago.
And the soda?
Yeah, Fago, yeah.
Diego.
ICP? Whoop-de-whoop.
My apologies. My apologies. I obviously messed it up. So you used to play those back in the day, but
those are my main characters.
Those are your main. But then as you matured and got older,
1 and 2, because I had time to play as those characters.
Sure, I got you.
Now, being an adult now, having to work and take care of responsibilities. Work and take care of responsibilities.
Yes, you prefer work.
I don't have time like Sonic Frontiers. I have not beaten Sonic Frontiers.
This is not a good combo to go down.
I've had time to do it.
Did you see the trailer for the new Sonic game?
Yes, I have seen it.
What do you think?
It reminds me of Mario. What is it? The new Mario games on the Wii.
Are you hyped for it? Whoa, I'm surprised. All right.
Wow.
I like the 2D Sonic one. Like Sonic Mania. That's right now probably the second best Sonic game I like.
What was Sonic CD?
Fan, but not a big fan of it. I prefer Sonic. My favorite Sonic game, I think, is either between Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Probably Sonic 3.
3, come on. By a mile is 3.
Michael Jackson? Sonic 3?
Yeah.
All the levels?
Yeah. Knuckles? It's the best. That's what I said.
Ice Caps? Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah.
By a mile. Yeah.
I mean, can we get any more generic of an answer? Like, what's your favorite Sonic 3? Everybody says 3.
You want a hot take?
Yeah, give me a
Sonic Pinball.
Sonic Pinball was cool back in the day.
Damn.
Yeah, Sonic Pinball was actually cool as back in the day when you were a kid. Yeah. Now as an adult now, will we be as hyped for it? No. But as a kid, it was a cool game. So
that was a shit, yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm glad Ed, you've embraced your preferences in fighting games and
explain those preferences because like I said,
non-melanated preferences.
That makes no sense because Like I said, my main character is an
Yeah,
old
this
AI.
imaginary time when we didn't see you play Killer Instinct.
Yes,
That's what you're referring to, huh?
that time.
What? Think about it like
I
this.
wasn't witness to that. I
Hey,
never
hey,
saw you play TJ Combo.
Never.
I have.
Sure, I
Not
believe.
on
Yeah, okay,
stream.
whatever you say, but I've never seen you do it.
I play a lot of games that I don't play on stream. Just
Oh,
because I don't play it on stream doesn't mean I play it
I
offline.
haven't seen you play on stream, and I haven't seen you play it in person.
Well, you can't see me play it in person because you don't play KI in person. Uh-huh. Like I said, booyah. Boo,
There's
baby.
no booyah. It's just that's a non-answer.
yeah, we're gonna go down this rabbit hole, but
Okay, yeah.
at the end of the day, I want you, I hope that in Street
At
Fighter
the end of the
6,
day,
I hope you
at
play
the end of the
Kimberly.
day,
There's Kimberly, who
yes,
is a
sir.
new. There's a new character.
Yes, there
There's
is.
Lily. There's Dalsum.
Yes.
There's Blanca. There's a
Yes.
lot of characters that you can play. I hope that you don't stay with the typical demographic
I labbed
of
as Dawson. I labbed as Kimberly.
lab. Okay.
What about Oro?
He's not in the new one.
No?
No,
I thought it was.
no, not in the new one.
He might be an additional character later on.
Mm.
A feature fire pack.
No,
Yeah.
not he's unannounced.
Yeah, we say we might see him later on. You never know. I mean,
He's not
Street Fighter 6 just came out a few like
That's true. Not
month or
that
two
long ago.
Yeah, so like think about
I
They probably
mained
have like
as
20 costume packs just for Chun-Li.
yeah, exactly. Like Chun-Li.
probably.
But I mean, them physics though. Dim physics. No,
I've never played as Cammy in any of the Street Fighters. I never main as Cammy in any of the Street Fighters. I decided to try Cammy out in the Street Fighter.
I'm pretty sure
Okay, so you'll do that with Cammy, but you won't do that with TJ Combo.
I've blabbed as and played as TK Combo. I'm not as good at it.
No,
as,
now,
nice.
No, I'm not as good with TK Combo. I'm not as good with Sako.
I'm just saying, in this current political climate where
God.
affirmative action has been
Canceled.
taken away, I feel like there needs to be more representation in video games, and I feel like you're not doing your part. So
You know who my favorite Spider-Man is? Miles Morales. Miles Morales is basically me. He's Mexican and black. That's basically
actually
me.
He's Puerto Rican, I think.
Yeah,
I think he's
black.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
But he's basically me.
Basically. You're Puerto Rican?
I'm not Puerto Rican. It's Latino. I'm Latino. And Mexican.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm black.
It's Latinx. Excuse me.
Oh God! Oh
see,
my goodness!
Just announces black. This is blackness right now.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you feel yourself to be Miles Morales, that's great. I'm proud and
I cosplayed as Miles Morales. He's my favorite Spider-Man.
So in that case, Creamcast is the cop father.
No,
and then I would be your uncle.
Yeah, he's the uncle.
False and false.
And all I'm saying
and then, of course, we already know
you'll be
sweet
Nicolas Cage Spider-Man.
Deidre.
I don't know what that is, but
yes,
false and false.
This is a canon event.
This is not a canon.
The canon.
You're telling it has to happen. I'm sorry. If we don't consummate, the universe will implode on itself.
Yeah,
it is not a canon. And
I have the canon. I just need the event now. So there we go.
Anyways, I play as
the unique reality.
I main a character if it's a speedy character with a good combo set. I'll play as him. Whoever
as Creamcast is taking his clothes off, like the bricks start going back into position, the universe starts constructing itself. Reconstructing itself.
False.
They're like all the other Spider-Man's like, okay, nothing's here, everything's good, everything's good.
No, false. If anything, me and Spider-Gwen would have to have a canon and an
imaginary character, huh?
Yeah, Spider-Gwen, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so man, I needed that one. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I guess like recently in gaming, man, I've been spending a lot of time on Destiny 2, which is funny because my characters on Destiny 2 are of color, of a certain color on in my game. Because I want to be represented in the game.
Asian?
No, I'm actually African American, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, not Asian. Nothing
But,
wrong with
but
being Asian, but I'm
nothing wrong
not.
with that either.
I'm just African American. I'm a black guy.
Okay.
But
So am
nah.
I.
uh, but I mean, you try to say you're Puerto Rican at one point. You don't know what
I
you
didn't
are
say I
yet.
was Puerto Rican.
You say you're
I'm
Miles Morales.
Mexican.
Miles
I'm
Morales.
basically mozzarella. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm black and Latino. So
Latin X. Ed.
sure.
We are woke here.
I am not woke. I am
We are
not.
we are
I'm
woke.
human. That's what I am.
Yeah, sure.
For
So but no,
now.
I've been playing Destiny 2.
Are you a patriot?
He is. He is 100%.
You like patriot takes?
Yeah, he does.
No.
I
Lips
like
of
being
TikTok.
human.
I'm trying to think of the ultra right wing.
What's
I
the
like being
Breitbart?
human.
Breitbart.
Brightburn. I like being human
Breitbart.
and
Breitbart,
I
yeah.
enjoy where I live
What's
and
going?
stuff.
Stormwatch? No, that's not Stormwatch. Stormfront.
Stormfront,
like
yeah,
the,
Stormfront.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is like the neo Nazis.
Yeah. He wouldn't get that reference. He wouldn't get that reference.
So let me ask you
my,
this.
it's too
Let
innocent.
me ask you this.
Sure.
If my main turns into Rashid, would that be a problem? Rashid is
You can play whatever you want. I don't care.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. I play whoever.
Yeah, just
I
like
want.
giving you a hard time, man.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's getting really defensive. It's like almost like we put him on the spot or something. Like I think he's starting to put like connect the dots. He's like, wait a minute, I only play a certain character, but he justifies it by he's saying he needs a fast character, and I'm like, there's plenty of fast characters in Street Fighter 6, but what's the real reason?
Or Ed, now we were talking about you dating black women, and we've gone over this hundreds of times. So there's no need to go over that aspect. But you did say that they prefer typical black guys. Now, what do you mean by that?
So that's not my words. Say the
Don't
words.
explain it. It's a loaded question.
Say the words I said.
Just
say
move on. Don't answer it. I'm trying to save you.
Don't
answer
it. Fucking around.
Say the words that I said.
Just deny. Say
the words that I said.
Underground never said that.
Said what I didn't know. I didn't say that. No, I did not say that.
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna move on from that topic.
Say what I said.
Okay, if you want to say what you said, tell us. I'm trying to give you an out, but if you don't want that out,
oh no,
I'm not.
All I'm saying is say what I said. That's all I'm saying, because I didn't say those words. Those words did not come out of my mouth. So.
Yeah, we're gonna move on from that topic.
Yeah. Did you guys see the new Exorcist trailer?
Wait,
dude, that's such a horrible transition. That's so bad. Like, why is your transition so horrible?
Ooh.
Green Tuners.
Mine. Did you guys watch the Exorcist trailer?
Like he's giggling over there talking about did you watch the trailer? Like, what the fuck?
Did you guys watch it?
No, I did not watch it.
I didn't see it.
No,
it is horrible.
Horrible as in scary horrible
bad.
Or bad?
No, it looks bad. It looks bad.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Talk to Me?
Talk to Me? No.
Yes, I really want to watch that.
That looks interesting. That looks like
I really want to watch that.
That looks it looks like a new concept, and I like the fact that it seems fresh. I hate when the movies are too meta, right? Like like Unfriended or something like that. Something dumb like that is like, we're gonna do social media, and what if you lost, weren't friends with somebody, Unfriended. Like I don't want something dumb like that. But this one actually looks interesting. I was surprised that this movie seems like a lot of people are interested in it.
Yeah, well, I think studios were fighting over it, and A24 was the one that ended up grabbing it.
Well,
A24,
so it must have. Yeah, so it
movie.
Has to have something if all these studios are fighting over it.
A24,
I do want to see that movie.
Yeah, A24 usually, they don't usually miss. Yeah. So the fact that A24 got it, and the trailer looks interesting. It looks as if, like I said, it's a new concept, something that we haven't seen before. I really, 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 really want to see this. Hopefully, I'll get to see it in
Yes.
theaters. If not, I will gladly rent it on Amazon or wherever it's at. Just because it just looks good. Um, Talking about movies, this past weekend, have you guys seen like how well Barbieheimer has done in the box office?
I have seen.
No, but I know that I haven't seen it, but yeah, I heard that it's bringing theaters back.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think that they said this weekend is like the third highest, like it's one of the highest grossing weekends since
Avengers.
Avengers Endgame. So the fact that it's doing so well, granted, it's two movies, but I mean, neither here nor there. Did not get to see Barbie yet, but I did see Oppenheimer, um, and I can see why it's done so well. I went to go see the movie on a Saturday at like 4 o'clock, and the theater was relatively packed, which is weird because I've gone to other big premieres and movies don't not even halfway sold. So the fact that Oppenheimer on did it open this weekend? Yeah, I think it did open this
It
weekend.
did.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the fact that it opened and just it looked like it did great. I'm very very happy for Christopher Nolan. Um, yeah, this is a pretty good weekend. People who went to go see Barbie said they liked it. Now, of course, it did draw a lot of uh,
Go.
opinions, different opinions,
Criticism?
huh? Criticism, yes.
Why?
From the because they said this movie is ultra woke. Like so,
Uh
but you're always gonna hear something like that from certain political parties or certain people who are leaning a certain way, like our boy Ben
oh
Shapiro.
no, I think I heard about this. What's his name?
Ben
He
Shapiro,
complains about everything. Shapiro.
yeah, Shapiro. He,
Yeah, he likes wasting his time on like non-subjects.
yeah, he
Because
wait.
remember with Cardi B,
Oh
he was
yeah,
losing his mind.
yeah. He, I mean, yeah. That's the thing. He's a face for like the Daily Wire. So of course he has to be. I don't want to say. I assume that his opinions are his own. He's not doing it necessarily just to drum up
Yeah.
criticism and drama, but yeah, he usually gets riled up about things like this. So of course, I saw on Twitter, now called X. If you guys have been paying attention to the internet world, um,
It's called X now?
Yeah.
yeah, it's X now,
DX.
just X.
Where
Oh.
have you been, Green Tuner?
I don't use Twitter.
I don't use Twitter either. Well, I got a Twitter, but I don't use it a lot. But yeah, it's
Well, I'm
been.
out of the loop, son.
Oh, okay. So well, uh, I guess we're moving on from that. Yeah, Twitter has officially changed its name and its logo to just X. Now, if you go to like on your Facebook or
I
not
mean, I'm
Facebook,
opening up the app and it still has a little bird.
yeah. So on there it does, but if you go on Twitter's actual page, you'll see that it is now an X. So let me. So yeah, if you look
Ah.
up X on Twitter, uh, yeah, I don't, here you see is now X.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's Elon's new vision of Twitter. So now it's just X. Crazy thing that's been happening with that. Of course, a lot of people are comparing it to Microsoft's. Microsoft has had the X logo for like since like 2017, and Microsoft doesn't seem like they're going to fight Twitter on copyright or anything of the sort, any trademark for the logo. But the crazy thing is that the original person who had X, the actual Twitter handle X, I guess they were just holding it until a buyer came and wanted to buy it. Which I don't know if you guys know, Twitter handles are very lucrative, or just handles in general can be a very lucrative business. You can make a lot of money off of
Mm.
that. So, like I say, you come up with a name like uh, Apple, and so forth. Apple would pay a lot of money to have that handle so that they don't have to make Apple Studios or Apple software company or anything like that. They can just
Yeah.
say
Mm-hmm.
Apple. So a lot of times when these Like when new platforms come out, people try to get the most common or really hot names so that they can have companies pay for them and so forth. Now, a lot of companies will say if you're trying to ask for something crazy I got my handle is Apple, you know, can you hold out for, a couple $1 million? Possibly, depends on how big the company is. But, a lot of times if it's something small like, hey, I got the handle, are you willing to pay $20,000 for it? People will do that. They'll easily shell out some money to get an ideal name that is based on whatever persona that they have or wherever their business is. So for the guy that had X originally on Twitter, um, Twitter, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Do you think Twitter paid this guy uh, what he was asking for, paid him fair market value for the Twitter handle, or C, so that's A and B. What
Mm-hmm.
A is what the guy asked for, B is fair market value, and C is they just stole it and didn't say anything to him. What do you think Twitter
C.
did?
Stole it.
C.
That's exactly what happened. They ended up
Yeah.
taking they ended up just taking the account from the guy, and the
Yeah.
guy he didn't even know it. He didn't even know that
Oh,
they
he
took
didn't
it.
know it?
No, he didn't even know.
Wow.
He eventually found out, but yeah, they just took it from him. And it's part of Twitter's right to be able to do so. So Twitter,
Yeah.
they say pretty much if you have a name that a trademark that's trademarked, then technically they can just take it and they can assign it to whoever they want to. So for having X,
Yeah. They put it in place to be able to take Twitter handles away from, like, if you have a guy called Steven Spielberg and he lives in Iowa or something,
mm-hmm.
and the real Steven Spielberg gets in there, they have the ability to just take that handle and give it to the actual Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
So they've been using it for a while. It's not a new thing.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of people are upset about that because Elon Musk before in the past said that one, that these like names should be open, and he criticized when this policy was put in place. Like you shouldn't be able to steal, trademark. Like you can't trade. First, he said you can't trademark a letter of the alphabet. First and foremost, like how you gonna
Mm.
trademark the letter X? So that's one thing he said. But now he's using Twitter's own trademark policies to steal a username from another user. So people are kind of pissed off about that. And then two, X is not even trademarked. And so they're just kind of like he's kind of skirting the line, going against exactly what he said he was not going to do. But
Yeah,
no,
I mean, it's look, he's a billion and everything, but he's always just like a lot of billion or a lot of people in that field. He's a shyster. He's just gonna tell you what you want to hear at the time.
exactly.
You know what I mean? They all do it.
Yeah.
Bezos does it. Bill
Business.
Gates, that they all do it. They tell you what you want to hear at the time, and then when what's it called, when it get down to nitty gritty, they're just gonna do whatever is most convenient for them,
Yeah.
because that's how they got to the point where they're at.
It's as easy as running for president.
Eh, he
But
likes the tension. I don't know if that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Oh, I didn't say who. I'm just saying.
well, I mean,
Oh, I thought you said it was Elon Musk that was running for president.
No, 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 no. I
he
mean,
said
no.
just easy in general as running as president.
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
mean, sure, people will tell you whatever when it's, especially when it's not affecting them. They will say whatever,
yes.
and then when the situation comes where now they are in the ones in the position to have to abide by what they said or go completely against it, they're going to do what's ultimately in the best benefit for themselves. So, and that's what
Yes.
a lot of people would have done. Now there's of course there's other people out there that would have been like, nah, okay, cool. I guess we gotta come up with another name or another handle, blah blah blah. But
Yeah, there's few.
yeah, when you're talking about money,
Very
yeah, when
few.
you're talking about money and so forth, yeah, I mean the right thing to do, I think, would have been to just pay the guy off, like, hey,
Yeah,
I
just give him, even if it was not the full amount, like, this is what we think it's worth here.
yeah,
Done.
done. Just give him fair
Yeah.
market, like just
But
like eminent domain, right? Like when
yeah.
the government can take over portions of land because is for a particular need and so forth. They can take over the land, but they have to give you fair market value for it. So
Yeah.
fair market value does not equate to necessarily what you would get in a optimal market, but you can get fair value for it. So like if they would have if the value if they would just gave him let's say hypothetically, I'm just throwing out a number 20,000 as opposed to maybe it was worth 50,000. I'm like, at least you got something out of it. Like they could have just been what they just
Mhm.
did. So, we'll see how it is. It doesn't
But I
affect us.
mean,
It's not that serious to me.
at the end of the day, it's a private company. It's within their rules.
Uh,
Like I said, they've been, they ban people, they block people. Everyone does it. It is what it is. Same thing on Facebook. I'm pretty sure they can just take your shit away if they so choose to.
yeah,
Oh
It's
man, they're
probably
already taking
all in the
your.
legalese that we all agreed to when we hit accept.
They already have your
So,
information. And they're selling to companies, but
yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah. That's how they make their money.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Data collection, data analytics. It makes sense. I mean,
Mm.
if they can aggregate all that data, I mean, what are you gonna do? Just sit on it? No, you're gonna sell it. And that,
Yeah, get that sweet, sweet money.
yeah, get that money, man.
All right.
I mean, hell, that's the thing. People want to sit on this high horse and act like they wouldn't do it. I got into a conversation with somebody recently about this. People like sit on that high horse and be like, "Oh, I would never do that." Sure, maybe you won't do that, but majority of people will. So it's like, if
Yeah.
you can make a dollar amount on it, people are gonna sell it. And
There's a handful of people that won't do it.
mm-hmm.
And those are like truly remarkable, exceptional people. But most of us would do whatever gives you the most money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I mean, this is
I'm including myself in that because I know that if it came to it and they're like, oh, we can either pay this guy $50,000 or just take him, like fuck it, take it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I will do the exact same thing.
Nobody, yeah. The thing is like nobody. The people that will drop Twitter over this incident is gonna be so low that at the end of the day, like Twitter is probably like just take it, whatever. There's gonna be
Yeah.
little to minimal blowback on this.
Look, I can't stand Elon Musk. He seems like a very narcissistic, horrible human being. But at the same time, they keep telling, oh, Twitter's going to die as soon as he got it still running. He cut half of the employees. And everyone's like, oh, that's it. Twitter is crashing and burning. It's still going. It's like, you know, the man's pulling off what he wants to pull off. Even right now, we can all pull Twitter from our phones. We can all watch it on the website. It still works. It's worked like it's worked before. Um, so same thing, like just like Creamcast said, everyone's gonna forget about this incident, and what like 2% of users are gonna probably drop their Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
Not
You know what I mean,
even.
it's not gonna affect anyone.
I mean, as much as you talk about you dislike Elon Musk, man, I
Yeah.
mean, you are. I mean, just licking his balls. Like his balls are just dangling on your forehead. Like,
Am I wrong though?
oh,
Am I wrong?
I would say, are you wrong? No, but
Twitter is up. It's
tw-
still running.
It's still
yeah,
running, yeah,
but
but
yeah, I think from the last time, if I remember correctly, I mean, I could do a quick Google search. I thought Twitter wasn't. I thought Twitter, as far as revenue is concerned, wasn't doing well. So
Oh, yeah, revenue because they were always operating at a loss.
yeah, but no, they're doing.
Um,
They took a
yeah.
bigger loss since Musk came,
Oh
and
yeah,
that's why he pretty
yeah.
much was like, hey, guys, if you want someone else to take over Twitter, just let me know and I'll pick someone else. And he ended up picking somebody who was a Elon stan. And
Oh
so
okay.
of course.
at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he may not be the CEO of it, but someone is operating it with the someone's still operating with Elon's intentions in mind. So
It's a puppet.
yeah,
Oh yeah, but
so
that's the same with everyone. Again, that's the same with Bezos. I'm pretty sure all of his, like one step down from him, whoever the hell he has running Amazon, whatever, are just up as far high up in his asshole as they can be. He's not gonna have people that go against him
yeah,
working for him.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm still gonna use Twitter. It's like kind of the conversation I had with Jake's on the plane. Um, we had a conversation about Reddit and him as a diehard Reddit fan, or
I love Reddit.
third party apps that use Reddit, Reddit's API. Me and him, we were on two different coins on that, 100%. So like, yeah, I mean, there's gonna be people like me who, when things change on platforms, am I going to sit here and bitch and moan and be upset and leave the platform? Absolutely, probably not. Um, but there's other people who are serious and they will not go back to the platform. So, hey, to each their own. If that's what you want to do, cool. I feel like for this situation, while it was kind of shicey that they took that username. At the end of the day, it's still Twitter's platform. They can do whatever the hell they want. And
No, I'm not talking about like the morality. I'm just talking about like business wise. Like what did people expect?
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like
Yeah.
morality. I don't really at a certain point I may disagree with the company on the morality of it,
Yeah.
but
Well, I disagree with the majority of the stuff that they're doing, but you know,
at the end of the day, it's a great platform. I'm still going to use it for what I want to use it for, and as long as it doesn't impede my life. And that's what Jason the Plane was kind of getting on my ass about. He's like, this is wrong with society. People are sitting here, they don't care about the little guys. They just want to care about themselves. I'm like, well, unfortunately,
Well, as he's playing on a PlayStation 3, which the coltan in that processor was mined by, slaves, on lands that used to have like gorillas that were displaced, or drinking chocolate that again comes from like slave labor. Everything has a price. That's the bad thing about life. We don't want to think about it, but everything has a price. Nothing is free.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But what people will always argue against it and say is that just because there's levels to it, right? So with consumerism, if yes, certain things, do we need chocolate? No. Do we need a phone? Possibly. And so there's levels to it where the justification, because the items are so pivotal in how our society functions and runs, does the morality of how that item is created justify that overall, and then it becomes a non issue at that point. So that's what I guess what Jason was playing was kind of saying. It was like, hey, you don't care about, like, when not Twitter, Reddit was going on a blackout. I was just kind of like, whatever. I'm like, I don't care as long as I can go to Reddit and see what I want to see. But I didn't start caring until the subreddits I cared about were going on a blackout. So I go on and I'm like, when I first talked to I was talking to him, I was like, I don't give a shit. And then as soon as one of the main subreddits I was trying to look at went blacked out, I'm like, God damn, Reddit is so immoral. I just don't understand how they can be so evil and corrupt with their data. So yeah, I mean, people don't usually care about a situation or circumstances until it affects them. So for me,
that's how we all are.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how we all are. Same thing with jokes, right? Like, there's plenty of jokes that I laugh at, but when something hits too close to home, I'm like, oh, that wasn't fair. That's just how humans are wired.
Yeah,
we're very selfish creatures.
Well, I tried. The funny thing is, I tried to tell my wife a joke today. Bringing that up. So this is a joke I heard on Instagram, by the way, which I thought was hilarious. So the joke is, it's a joke more that you have to like play out with somebody. So I go up to my wife and I make, like the hand, like a gun symbol with my hand. I bust into the room and I'm like, hey, put your hands up. This is a mockery. Now, a normal person who's like a Ed Underground who wants to correct somebody from saying anime or anime.
Whoa.
Anime.
You're supposed
to
anime.
Say anime. So what normal
sounds
people
like
will
Forrest
say.
Gump.
Yeah, that's why. Anime.
Your, but go on.
There's a difference. There's a difference. Words
Someone
mean something.
could be from Japan.
Yeah. There's a
we're not in Japan. We're in the United States. That's a totally different thing. Just because some people don't know the difference between your, and then there, and there.
Or mango and manga. Go on.
Anyways,
your and your. Tomato.
They're still spelled both the same, so that negates your point. So, anyways,
in that case, don't you mean when you go to Nippon, not Japan? What? If you want to be proper on how they say everything over there, it's not Japan, it's Nippon.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
You're confusing the boy.
Yeah, that's how culture this fella is.
Was.
Okay, so the joke is that you go into the room and you say, "Hey, hands up! This is a mockery," and the person's like, you're supposed to say. Usually, most people say, "Do you mean this is a robbery?" And then you're supposed to be like, "Is this a robbery?" That's the joke. I was like, so I tried to do that to my wife today, and she did not get it. And I was like, "How do you not get that?" I actually haven't told her the full joke yet because I was like, I'm trying to lead her into it. I'm trying to capitalize on this damn joke, right? So she's sitting there talking about, I don't know what that means. What do you mean mockery? What does that mean? I'm like, like mocking somebody. She's like, okay. She's like, why is my hands getting put up? I was like, Dummy, as kids, do you not remember like playing like cops and robbers and so forth, like
Yeah.
cowboys and Indians type of stuff? And she was like, nah, she's like, I'm from the hood. We didn't play them type of games. And I'm
We
like,
ducked.
yeah, Ed, you're not from the hood either.
Oh, I grew up in the hood.
Hey, you're not.
I definitely grew up in the hood.
Hey, you're not an atypical black guy, so you didn't grow up in the hood.
Well, hey, I grew up in the hood though. Go on.
She's like, yeah, we grew up in the hood. We didn't play them type of games. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess y'all were just all robbers or something. I don't know. There was no
Yeah,
cops.
everyone played in like in rough situations. You make do with what you have. Everyone plays dumb games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife, I bless her heart. Back in her day, they probably didn't have cops. They probably just had sheriffs, and then they had like outlaws. She didn't have them type of thing. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm still gonna get that joke off to somebody. I don't know who. I'm probably gonna do it on my nieces and nephews. They're probably gonna think I'm the most hilarious person in the world. But my wife, yeah, it was a dud, complete dud. I tried so hard in that damn joke, but neither here nor there.
Tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
it just
didn't matter.
Didn't even matter.
Oh, talking about that. Talking about something that didn't even matter. Did you guys hear on the news? So they had a special hearing. I think it was in the Senate. A special hearing for UFOs. Did you guys hear about this?
What?
I did not hear about
this.
So, Green Turn, you can stop being. You can be. I knew you knew about it. You can shut up about it.
No,
I
didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Oh, okay. I thought.
No, I didn't know this.
No, we briefly talked about it, and I know you said you wanted a fresh take.
Yeah, first take, because you said about UFOs. I didn't know that they came up on the Senate floor.
Yeah, I think it was on the Senate floor, but I forgot they had a special hearing. I had to look at the details again. Find the details of like where it actually happened at. But they had a hearing about it today, to discuss UFOs, and I mean they have a different name for them now. So I think unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. I think that's what it's called.
Boo.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is that I mean, as we are going through, as time is going on, technology is advancing. We don't know if somehow, China or any other countries secretly, having a Air Force program that are flying, weird
Balloons.
spacecraft. Yeah, balloons, spacecraft, in either international or overhead on sovereign territories. But so they had a hearing today to discuss this, and one of the things that came out, which was interesting, was a former intelligence analyst, who worked for the government. I'm assuming that's been verified.
No, wait. Was this like broadcasted on TLC or what are those?
Oh no, the History Channel.
History Channel, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This was legit. So he was aliens. Okay. So yeah, they ended up he ended up pretty much saying like I said, he was a intelligence analyst for the government, and was a quote unquote whistleblower, where he talked to people. You say he had inside information from people who are actually in these programs, but he's not going to divulge who he got it from. But one of the questions was asked was, hey, are these aircraft human aircraft? Like, are they of nature of man? And he says pretty much no. These are spacecraft that are not terrestrial to Earth. Point blank. Period. And then she started asking some other questions, and he was like, "Well, I can't answer that at this time. Can't answer at this time," which is kind of weird because it's like you're having a hearing about it, and you're supposed to be declassified, or supposed to be a whistleblower. Like, blow the whistle. Like, don't sit here and tell them about, oh, I can't talk about this in a public setting. No, bitch, talk about it right now. But I understand maybe he's trying to protect people.
It's a plant.
It's probably a plant just to keep us off of other issues happening in government. But actually, one thing he did say was one thing. Yeah. One thing that he did admit. He said that. Well, yeah, actual government did admit that the UAPs do exist, and some of them cannot be explained. But neither here nor there. What one question she asked was, she's like, inside of these aircraft has any matter has the or she asked, I think specifically, were there any pilots in these aircraft, and were we able to get them? And he said yes, there were pilots in there. He's like we were able to. He's like somebody was able to do analysis, and I can't talk about the details of it right now. But yes, there was something recovered from these crafts. So at first she asked like, were they humans or humanoid? He was like, no, I can't answer that question right now. And she said, okay, well, what like was the origin of the material that was taken? And the guy said yes, for in fact the materials taken, the people or materials taken from the aircraft were alien in origin, not human. They were not human bodies that were recovered. So pretty much confirming that what he's saying as his whistleblower is saying that there were alien bodies recovered from the aircraft. Now I'm putting my Alex Jones hat on right now. Like, aliens. The chemtrails are making
George Soros.
Yeah, the chemtrails are making the
Lizard
frogs
people.
gay. I mean, it's crazy.
Gay frogs.
Yeah. So that was a very interesting thing that happened today. I'm surprised that it didn't make more news. But go ahead.
I don't know. It sounds a little too fishy.
Fishy. Maybe they're fish people. Maybe they
Or
came from the
lizards.
sea.
Lizards.
Maybe they're lizard men. Somebody in the
Maybe
comments.
they're Molochs.
Maybe they're scrolls.
Or scrolls.
Or it could be scrolls, yeah.
Or maybe they're the others from Mac and Me. That'd be pretty sweet.
What if
nobody watched Mac and Me?
No.
That's fucking C tier ET. Oh, it was great.
See, this is where we need Darkseid. Darkseid, he
Darkseid. Oh, if I mentioned that movie, he would know.
Yeah, I was saying he knows. You guys watch all the crappy movies together. I don't know.
Oh, I love crappy movies.
I know. Yeah, you guys are definitely. Well, between you and the Ed Underground talking about Tubi, Ed Underground loves him some Tubi.
Whoa! I didn't say like Tubi. I just watched one movie on Tubi, and that was
that's one more movie.
One of my favorite karate movies of all time, The Last Dragon.
Karate Kid.
No. Leroy. That movie. The Last Dragon.
Show no.
Yes, that happens to be one of my favorite karate movies back in the day.
No, I watched it.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I watched it a couple of years ago. Maybe like a year ago. Yeah, and then the whole hands. He's like,
it was so cool.
It's been a long time since I watched it. Yeah.
I had a crush on that girl too. I forgot her name.
Of course you did it.
She was actually a singer tue. She passed away now, but
damn.
Yeah, I had a big crush on her back in the day.
Wow, you
nice.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I didn't know you knew who that was.
Well, she was a singer too. She actually knew Prince.
Oh, well, then you definitely didn't have a chance.
Huh? She knew Prince.
She knew Prince?
Yes, the singer Prince.
Yeah, then you definitely didn't have a chance.
Well, I was young back then.
I mean, sure. You still wouldn't have a chance even if she was alive.
Yeah.
Prince steals everybody's girl. I mean, that's just how Prince is.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's that Purple Rain, man. You know what I'm saying?
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
So.
What about Tubi?
I'm just saying, like, you like Tubi. You've watched more Tubi movies than I think all of us combined.
That's the only movie I watched on Tubi.
I mean, I think Last Dragon was actually on HBO for a little bit too. I think that's where I saw it. No, that's a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy that. But outside of that, do we have any other news?
No, I think we can jump straight in.
Rashid is out for Street Fighter. That's it, I guess.
Is that really news though? Well, it's not news for you.
That's not news.
That's not news for you. That's for sure.
That's news for the Street Fighter fans, for the fighting game enthusiasts.
I can just see Ed has like special glasses on that just blocks out certain characters on the character select screen. He's like, "Oh shit, I can't see the dark people." Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Explain that. Explain that, please.
Like dark skin enough, he can't even see them in the selection screen.
Right.
He's like, look at these blank squares.
Rashid is dark. What are you talking about?
He's like, man, why there's only like 4 characters I can play? Man, that is so weird. And everybody's like, there's like 12.
Absolutely no sense.
No, there's only 4. There's only Cammy, Guile, and Marissa. I'm trying to look. Oh no, she has red hair. I'm trying to look at all the blonde hair.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Ken,
yeah.
the new villain, I forgot his name.
JP.
He's
JP,
not
yeah.
blonde. He's actually
He has white
dark
hair.
skin with
Gray
white
haired,
hair,
yeah.
He's not really dark
He's not
skinned.
dark skinned.
No,
isn't it? I forgot.
no. You would not forget. That's why you don't know him. He's out.
No, I
He's out
know
of your
that
vision.
he's possibly Bison. He's got psycho powers, if that's all I remember.
Yes. But he is
Psycho powers. Can't
psycho
pronounce it.
powder. No,
Psycho power.
he's actually pretty much M Bison, but more
Sophisticated.
more devious.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was watching.
Prim and proper.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, he looks prim and proper, but he's the reason why Ken is broke right now, right? And he's the one that framed Ken.
I didn't know that because I didn't go into the story mode. I just played.
Nope, I just ruined it for you.
Oh, and for a lot of other
That's
people
right,
too.
bitch.
Yeah, guess what? Yeah, he's the one that framed Ken. So
Well, I'm not really interested in the story quite more because I'm not even playing the online mode or whatever it's called, the one player online mode, story mode.
story mode. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why our boy Ken he looks rough and he's on some homeless time. So yeah, but yeah, when you play the story and so forth now you would know, and you're welcome. From a true Street Fighter 6 fan.
me.
Sure. All right, so let's go ahead and kick it off. So topic for this week was Star Wars Visions, season 2.
Yes.
Something that we were looking forward to ever since the last Star Wars Vision. It was, I think, for the most of us, a pretty good experience last season.
The first season, yeah.
Yeah, first season was pretty good. It was something that we weren't expecting. Overall, we knew that Star Wars and Disney had announced it, but I don't think any of us were expecting the quality that came out of that for sure. So I was pretty happy that they did a season 2. I did not expect it to be as diverse as it was.
Holy crap! Talk about like really being creative.
Yeah, really,
and really taking chances. Wow.
Yeah.
It
did exactly what we've been asking.
Yes.
Is tell us more about the Star Wars universe outside of just Jedi and the Skywalkers, right?
Yes.
I really enjoyed this. I felt like this entire season was just good. It told us just the side of the everyday people, I don't think there was any stories I did not like, honestly, in this entire season. Now there's ones that I liked more, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, this entire.
I'm trying to think of what my least favorite one was.
I'm trying to think of that too. I can tell
probably the one with the people in the hole.
Yeah.
Yep. I could. Tell me why. Tell me why you didn't like the one with the people in the hole.
Yeah.
Well, look.
There's
certain stereotypes that
sure.
the Ed Underground and I.
Wait, whoa!
I love how you roped Ed into that. You could have just been on your own and did your own thing. You said,
yeah, he is on his own. He is on his own.
He said, nope.
I'm lassoing in Ed hard.
You missed.
No, it was cool. It was cool because you could see like how despicable the Empire is, but. I don't know. Like I said, they're all good, but it would be my least favorite. I thought the other ones were a little more creative.
Yeah.
But as in being like realistic and everything, yes, it made more sense on that episode.
Did we all of us watch it?
I hope so. We all watched the whole season. All episodes.
Wait.
Did you see the whole season?
Yes. We've had this conversation in the past where the Ed Underground would watch every other episode and be like, I watched it all. Ed, did you actually watch every single episode?
Yes.
From beginning to end?
Which one was your least favorite?
Yeah, what was your least favorite?
The one with the
Doesn't
pit.
mean that you hated it, but just least favorite.
The one with the pit.
The one with the pit too?
Yeah. I said that like...
I told you.
You guys have a lot of common.
Creamcast, can you cover your ears? Creamcast, cover your ear. All right, Ed.
Can't hear.
It's the black people, right?
No, what the heck?
Okay. All right.
Oh,
All right.
I'm back. Oh,
that
man.
makes should I cover my ears too then?
No. It was definitely for you. Wherever he was said, it was
Wow.
for you.
For the listeners out there, I happen to be black also.
Yeah. Are you though? Are you?
Yes, definitely am.
Um.
Definitely am.
No, I just think it's because the other episodes were like, like crazy adventures or like
Exactly.
like space races or people like becoming Siths and all this crazy shit. And then you give me
Yes.
like something that is too close to home, like it's too real. Like I know it's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was sort of a downer. So
Well,
I'm
it's
like,
not even the
shit.
real part. It's just that nothing was really happening. It's like,
well, it was to show you how indispensable people are
people
to the
are.
empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to show you like how cruel they can be.
The
Where
pit
they
was
basically, as soon as it was done, they're like, "Fuck you guys." They just left.
Yeah.
The pit was probably one of the more
realist.
Yeah, that was a kind of a nod to just the real world. Not I agree with you what you're saying, Green Tuner. It's this is something that you can actually see happening in the real world. It's one thing to be able to see like battles with lightsabers and the force and flipping and all this other stuff. Then you got one that was just literally I don't know what you're trying to show us.
That is way too close. It's all blurry.
He's trying to show
the
us
episodes I've seen.
well, it seems like you missed one, sir.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Okay,
I've seen them all.
Fine.
Okay,
I see them all.
Yeah, one of them didn't have a blue line, sir. So do better.
Well,
You self snitched. Gotcha.
That's right, bitch.
No, I see them all.
Yeah. Okay, I believe you.
That one is Journey to the Dark Hand.
I know. He's
where at the hold on. That was
he's lying.
Hold on.
His sister's fine as hell though.
Oh god, I can tell you the ending.
Which
Journey
one?
to the Dark Hand,
Which
is now all blue.
Okay.
Because I saw it on my TV.
Okay, so tell us about it.
At the end of it, there is a lightsaber battle on top of a mountain.
Which one?
Journey to the Dark Hand.
It's not false. It's not on top of a mountain.
Well, it's on top of rocky mountains where there's two heads, and they're having a lightsaber battle.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
I didn't memorize the episode names.
So the beginning of it,
the
rock tells a prophecy of like whatever, and then the lady at the end, she remembers, oh wait, this is the same exact thing I saw when I was a kid, and they're having a battle right now, and I'm in the middle of it, middle of the balance. Battle. Yeah, and at the end they join forces because
that was a cool Sith. I just wish he was an alien.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought he was an alien.
When he had the mask at first, I thought that was his face.
Yeah, that would have been.
I thought so too at first.
So talking about like episodes. So yeah, my least favorite would probably be, honestly, was I Am Your Mother, the one with the.
That's my second.
The which one?
The one with the grommet.
The British.
The British.
Oh, yeah. I like that one just because I like Wallace and Gromit.
I know you would like that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I just didn't like the.
But I can see why. Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
it's not usually. It's not an American based like stuff that we're used to, right? Everything else, I can get behind things that I've seen.
It's quirky.
It's quirky. Yeah, very.
Is
quirky.
The word that I would use.
Yeah, style.
It's definitely, and I would say it's definitely British humor. British styling. So like while that is fine overall, and then this didn't say that I just didn't like it. It was just my least favorite.
No, yeah, but it was your least favorite out of a really strong season 2, yeah.
Yeah, very strong season 2. But every story in this was great. All right,
now let's go to favorites.
Okay, so
my favorite
not yet.
Was the one. Why?
Because I have one that I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely in the top.
How does my choice affect your choice?
Because I don't want to go to favorites yet, because it's not my favorite.
What?
I wanted to say one that was not my favorite, but it was a very cool twist at the end.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll let you go.
It was.
You want to go first? Is that what you're trying to do?
Not for favorites. No.
So why can't I go for favorites then?
Because I didn't want to talk about favorites yet.
You can just say, this is not my favorite. I want to talk about this one first. And then
that's what I just said.
But why'd you stop him, Green Tuner, from saying his favorite?
Whatever. Just go on.
Okay, fine.
All right.
My favorite was the one with the girl that had to kill the Sith. the creepy
Yes.
Sith and the whatever that was
Yes.
like all
Screechers.
fucking creepy and scary.
Yeah.
And
Screechers
then
Reach.
Oh crap!
that's
Because
the one.
that was actually what I was
Yeah.
going
That
to
one,
talk about.
and it was cool because it was like horror lore or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen a Sith like that before, where it was basically like a conjuring creature
Mm-hmm.
with a
Yeah,
lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then finally they put like they had two non-typical Siths. The one that looked like a thing from horror movie,
Yeah.
and then they had like a beautiful Sith,
Sith.
which we
Yeah.
haven't seen because every time they just every time they show you a Sith, it's always like
the
fucking gnarly
form,
looking, the form
horrific.
with scars and
They
shit.
always look evil.
Yeah. And then this one looked like an angel, but it was a Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and just the fact that this poor girl basically, you know, was on the road to becoming a Sith. Everything about that story was cool as hell.
Yeah. So the first one you're talking about is called Screechers Reach. That's what the Banshee like Sith
Yes.
that the girl had to kill. And then the
Yes.
second one is called Sith, where she was a former Sith apprentice and decided to live her life in peace to find like
Yeah.
balance within the Force. And then her master came and say, I'm pretty much here to take you back.
That
Yeah.
would probably be my second least liked one.
Wait, I thought you said that's your two
Wait,
favorite
what?
ones.
No. No, my favorite was just the one with
The girl.
Banshee.
Okay.
No, but at the end, remember the ship came?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Sith that stepped down
Oh, you're
was a
talking about
cool
that Sith.
representation of a
Oh,
Sith.
okay. I thought you were talking
That's what
about.
say that looked angelic.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were talking
So-
about the Sith one where she didn't look like a Sith apprentice. She just looked like a regular
Oh
person.
no. That one was
Well,
Yeah.
so that's actually what I wanted.
compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
That's actually
What happened?
That's actually what I wanted to talk about was that exact episode.
Which one?
How
Which one?
what you're talking about the Sith, the angelic looking Sith.
Screechers Reach.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the Reach.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I love
The
the
reach around?
twist. Yeah, the twist.
Mm.
So we never
Yeah.
seen like a someone going to the dark side per se. That was kind of a twist. Like we saw her talking to an amulet around her neck,
Mm-hmm.
but it never talked back.
It
And
seemed like she was gonna be a Jedi just because of what she was doing.
it did seem like that at
Yeah,
first.
and then they sprung it on you that it was a Sith. It's
Yeah.
like, damn.
So that was actually pretty cool. That twist at the end.
Well, she was.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was just becoming a Sith, literally just to get away from her environment.
Yes.
So she was.
Yes.
It was more of a necessity. She's like, hey, guys, we said we were gonna leave no matter what, right? Like if the opportunity comes, we're leaving.
Yeah.
And they were just looking at her like it seemed like the kids didn't even know what was going on. So, but she was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity, guys. Unfortunately, I'm the only one that can leave, but wish me luck. And she dipped.
It seems like they sensed something, especially when they saw the Sith arrive. Because they were all very like apprehensive, except for her.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
well, she knew. That's the thing.
I don't think she knew. I think ultimately,
Well, she was. We didn't know, but she was talking to an amulet, so the amulet was talking to her, but we didn't know anything.
Yeah, but I'm saying at the end of the day, she didn't know that this was a Sith. Like in her mind, I think she was just thinking like this is a person like, hey, I'm gonna go train. Probably didn't know like, hey, this is some Sith Lord or whatever that's going to take me under their wing and I'm gonna become their apprentice. Also because of this girl, I mean, I don't remember if this girl did she have Jedi powers? Did she have any Force powers?
I thought she did when she was climbing up the rocks and the rocks.
She
moved.
does.
Yeah, she does.
I thought it was her.
She had
She
Force
tapped
powers.
into the
Force.
Force because she made that boulder crush. That's how she
Oh, yeah,
earned
that's right.
her.
Yes.
That's how she proved herself to that she was a willing or a worthy
Apprentice.
successor to or apprentice.
Yeah.
So that would have made the Banshee one the former student, right? Because isn't that how the succession works with the Sith? You gotta kill your master.
Yeah,
It's
kill your
the
master,
rule of
yes.
two. It's rule of two. So that was actually the master.
No,
But
you have more masters, but the thing is the rule of two is for Sith Lords. So you can only have a Sith Lord, like the top Lord. Wait, it's for Lord. Yeah, it's for everybody. Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah. So I'm trying to think is like if it's like Palpatine, right? He was like what would be the
His
correct term?
master was
Not Grievous.
Dart Dart Plaintiff. I forgot how he pronounced his name. Dart
not Grievous. Something
not
close to
no,
that.
Grievous was actually one of Sidious's peeps.
Damn it. That's
Plagueis? Is that who you're talking
Dark
about? Dark
Plagueis, yeah,
Plagueis?
Dark
Plagueis.
Plagueis was his master,
Yes.
and Sidious was the apprentice,
Yes.
and then
You're right.
Sidious
Has to kill
killed. Yeah,
Plagueis. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
They
It's
had
rule
to.
2.
And
Yes.
then he got Vader.
But the thing is, if it's rule
Vader.
if it's rule 2, then did then the angelic Sith was the Banshee, was that her master? You're saying that like exiled her?
Most likely
I
that was
think
her
that was
master.
her student. It had to be her student.
Another student?
I don't know about this. Well, it can also work like this too. Like Sidious always tested Vader, like he always tried to kill Vader.
Right.
It's in the comic books. It's in the most in the comic books, but Vader always won. But if Vader did get killed, then that person would be Sidious's apprentice. Like, okay, Luke and Vader. When Luke and Vader fought, Sidious wanted Luke to be the new apprentice. If Luke killed Vader, then he would be the new Darth, whatever. He'd be the new apprentice of Sidious.
So that's what I just said.
So
the girl killed the Banshee, therefore she became the new student of the other Sith.
Well, I don't think there's anything that proves or anything that says, if I can
Maybe
remember.
they weren't even related.
Yeah.
But
they're not related.
Point is that she did put her through like a very difficult task.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we know for sure that other Banshee, she had been there for a while, like I said. So there was like kind of like folklore about her, and we know that she's a Sith. So ultimately, she got killed, and that was the test: kill her, and then I take you on as an apprentice. So in either case, it was kind of like this dark, like it's this dark tale. Like, this kid is literally just trying to find a better life. I feel like, though, they said that these kids are pretty much orphans, right? Working like a factory.
They were factory workers.
Factory workers. They're just looking for a better life, and she's gonna get the better life, but at what cost? And that's kind of the sad, thing about this whole, light versus dark, saga that's happening, is that, and the one thing I don't like, and I'm kind of happy that they're probably going to address this in Ahsoka, is that Sith doesn't necessarily mean like evil. Like you said, the angelic looking Sith. Like you could be a Sith, but you don't look like a Sith. Like you don't have to be like, grotesque, red eyes, yellow eyes, and so forth. Like
hold on. That angel looking Sith did had, I think, yellow or red eyes.
Yeah, she had red eyes, but I'm saying
she did, but she looked like if you were to look at it just looked like an alien.
Yeah.
She didn't have like horns coming out of her face or something.
Yeah, like you compare like a Darth Maul, like, or what was the Sith Lord that Anakin cut his hands off? Dooku?
Yeah,
Count
Dooku.
Yeah, Count Dooku.
Oh, Dooku, yeah.
Yeah, Dooku, like he was a Sith. I know he was more in between.
No, he was a Jedi before him.
Yeah, he was a Jedi. But I know they were saying like Dooku wasn't like a full on like Sith. He was kind of like, he was truly like one of those people that was in between. But like, even though he was affected by what?
So in between, it's more like there are gray Force users. They're not Sith nor Jedi. They're gray, and some would say that Mace Windu and who did Maul kill? I forgot his name.
Oh, Qui-Gon.
So Qui-Gon and Mace Windu, they did kind of dabble in
the dark side.
No,
they did, because even
a little bit, but not to the point when they became dark side Sith.
Yeah, no, Mace Windu, he already admitted.
Get these motherfucking Siths on my motherfucking plane.
Exactly. Yeah, Mace Windu did admit at one time that he had dabbled into the like touching the dark side, and that's why he said at one point, I know I don't know if this is in the movies or in the comics. I think it might be the comics, but he was saying that ultimately, like, that's why he knows Sith, because he's seen the dark side. He's been on the dark side, not like full on Sith, but he's touched it enough to know what they are capable of. And I know, like, with Count Dooku, that's why there's been a theory, the fact that he was one of the greatest swordsmen, lightsaber users in the galaxy.
Until Anakin stepped in. Ha
Until
ha.
Anakin, yeah,
Oh.
but I mean, Anakin was an anomaly in of himself. But yeah, Dooku was feared because his lightsaber skills were like one of the greatest. But they were saying the reason why he was so he was actually more powerful than what people think was the fact that because even though he was a Sith, his eyes didn't change. Like a typical Sith eye color change and this, that, and the other when they go into the dark side. And from what people are trying to explain, like trying to, I don't know if this is like fan theory or not, but they're saying like when your eyes turn red is because you can't truly can't truly control the dark side. You can't control your dark urges. While Dooku didn't have any color change, he looked exactly the same. He just looked like an old white guy, but yeah, he was so powerful in of itself. So I like the fact that one, I wanted to get to like a point where we see like with Jedi, you don't see Jedi with special eye color and none of this other crazy shit. They don't go Super Saiyan 3 when they power up with the Force and all this other bullshit. As compared to the Sith, they become grotesque, kind of like going to like Lord of the Rings, like Sauron. Like if you speak what was it, the black tongue? It's not black tongue. What's
the
the
black tongue?
Yeah, black tongue. Your mouth literally decays and so forth. Like
like the mouth of Sauron.
Mouth of Sauron, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I don't forget how fucked up grill.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I like the fact. Now I have to agree 100%. Let's see different Jedi. Let's see what they're capable of, and let's see different Sith. Like you don't have to have the Sith where it's, like grotesque looking, kind of like what's his name, Ben, in the last Star Wars movies. Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren.
Oh, Kylo
Yeah,
Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah, Kylo
Well,
Ren.
well, some people are engulfed in the dark side, like Darth Maul. His eyes were constantly yellow. He's never turned the opposite of that. And even when Anakin became Vader, when he was deemed, "You are now Lord Vader."
Lord Vader.
Yeah, his eyes didn't change yellow up until the point where he said, "I hate you," to
No, his eyes were changed. It changed before then. When he was killing younglings.
Oh yeah,
remember?
well yeah. Well, no, not younglings. No, not that.
Yeah,
It was when
his eyes literally changed because he looked back and his eyes were black.
no, that's the scene where he killed those people on his volcanic planet, or what it's called,
All right.
where his castle is.
Oh
No, when he turned, look at the camera, and then
Yeah.
he zoomed into his eyes, it was yellow.
Well,
Yeah.
the depiction of the one in the animation was unusual for a Sith.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
She wasn't wearing like all black. It was like,
Yeah, which is
again, it
awesome.
looked like an angel. It was all
Yeah.
white with gold and soft lines and everything. So it was cool to see that.
Which I think is actually a good interpretation of a Sith, because most evil people will come across as angelic and stainless, but in reality,
Well, also a lot of the people that we've seen become Sith had good intentions, right? From Anakin. Anakin had great intentions, and you saw what happened to him. So, so ultimately, yeah, that was a cool way to look at it. One of my favorites, and I mean, this is because I like anime. Anime.
Mustafar, that's what it's called, the planet.
Mustafar,
So
yeah.
this scene that you're talking about where you saw his eye color change.
We all know which one is going to be Darkseid's favorite segment,
Yeah.
right?
Which one?
Okay,
I think so.
To get that out of the way.
Hold on, which one do you think is going to be his favorite one? Oh,
It's,
you guys are assholes.
There you go.
You guys
We
are
don't have to
assholes.
say it, but we all know which one's gonna be his favorite.
I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting a Bollywood dance at some point in time. I'm like, if they bust out into a dance, I was like, during that train, like the train scene where he was running away,
it just stops and it does a Bollywood.
I was like, okay. But no, my favorite one was Journey to the Dark Head. Obviously, it was the most anime inspired one.
That was my favorite.
You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
That was the one where
that's the one I was talking about.
He was talking about where they had to go up to the heads. The chick was trying to blow up the head.
Oh yeah, that one was cool as shit.
Yeah, that was really cool. The action was great. I love seeing the visual representation of like this guy literally changing with his anger, his eyes. He represented like the Sith, like eyes going red and so forth. You know, when
Yeah.
when he was using the Force as a Jedi, it was going blue. I'm like, this motherfucker about to turn into a super Jedi. Like, I like this. I thought it was cool. Just the whole story was cool. I thought it was pretty awesome. I like how the Sith Lord looked, or this, I don't know if he was a Sith Lord, but the Sith. He looked awesome. Yeah, I thought that was just a really well done uh episode. My second, though, I would say these are pretty closely tied, which is kind of funny because they were back to back. Was the Spy Dancer?
Wait, hold on. And what's your
Oh,
favorite?
oh, the dark, turning to the dark
Darkhead.
head.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So both of you agree. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
yeah. The
sorry. And then what
animation
was your
is
second?
mine or
No, Creamcast, because it was
The
I interrupted him.
the Spy Dancer.
Spy Dance.
That's the one.
Oh, the animation was interesting. The
I
story,
the story was not the greatest. Like, okay, if we're going by purely story, like I'm going by the animation of what really drew to me. So I made up for the story.
I'm going overall. I think overall.
Okay, overall,
But,
Journey to
yeah.
the Journey to the Dark Head, and then overall,
Yeah.
Screecher's Reach. That was just a cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
well,
a
that's my
cool
top
episode.
three.
Yeah, cool. No, but that one with the dance, it was very interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Yeah. What you guys think about the In the Stars with the one with the kind of like clay animation looking
In the
ones?
Stars.
Oh,
Yeah.
there were
So,
two of them. There were
no,
the
those three of
Those
them
before
actually.
panda-looking people,
Panda one,
and there were
yeah.
the forest-looking people.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one with the forest looking people with they had she parent everybody was dead except for those two sisters.
Oh, In the
Yeah,
Stars.
In the Stars, yeah. What you guys think about that one?
The animation
the
was good.
animation was awesome.
Yeah, the story was all right. I kind of expected more. It was just those two. I did kind of want more out of that, but I noticed
Now
that
that I'm
this,
reflecting, I think it's true. It was more the visuals for season 2 than story.
yeah, it was.
Overall, but yeah, the animation, all the different techniques were good.
Yeah, I noticed a lot more motion capture, not motion capture, claymation type animation in this season.
No,
Yeah,
well, I
I
mean
mean there was,
they're trying to expand.
Yeah.
which is
So
fine.
yeah, because even the claymations were different styles. They weren't exactly the same
Yeah,
style.
but there were three. Like the other one, the first season, I don't think there was one, was there?
No,
Yeah, but there was
wasn't.
the first season was more anime
Yes.
Anime.
oriented.
Anime.
Well, they even
So
said
this
like
one they're trying something else.
yeah, I think they even said in the first season it was all anime inspired um shorts as opposed to the second one was kind of a hodgepodge of all these different type of animation styles. And you can I think not all just animation styles but also cultural styles as well.
It was more cultured.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you had the obviously the Bollywood type one, which I thought that was still interesting. I did like that one.
Oh, it wasn't Thursday, so yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Then you had the Wallace and Gromit one, which was okay.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, it was not my least favorite one. But then you had like the Pit, which is more of an American style anime. Like it reminded me of like Castlevania. I don't know if you guys watched that the animated
Yeah.
season.
I just expected a whole lot more from that one, a whole lot more.
I'm like I said, I didn't think that one was bad. It was different, and but see the thing is, like I said, like I think like Green Turner said, it was realistic, like and showing how brutal the Empire was. So I was like, okay, and then at the very end, you know, find out the sister had force powers and so forth. It's like, okay, this is kind of cool. But I mean, yeah, I kind of look at it like this is almost like a teaser of what Disney can do, right? Like these stories are really good. Like Journey to the Dark Head, if you had that as an actual full anime series,
Yes,
that
do
would
it.
be that would be dope.
That'd be dope.
That's what I've always wanted before this was even announced. I've always wanted a Star Wars anime, whether it be linked to the Skywalker saga or just a whole new like side series in some way. I've always
It
wanted
should be
that.
a side series just because then they'd have opportunity to explore more
Yeah,
and not have to be constrained to a certain storyline.
and this is the closest we get because none of these stories are going
Mm-hmm.
to be continued, although there are a few which
Neither
are
were the ones
were.
from the first season.
I know, but I mean, even the first
Yeah.
season, there's one in particular I wish would continue, but it's never going to happen.
Which one?
It was I forgot the name of it, but it was
The
lightsaber
black and white one?
battles. No, it was definitely more anime. I know it was like a guy and a girl, I think a brother and sister, and
Oh yeah. I
yeah,
forgot the story, but I remember the
yeah,
animation.
but
Okay.
that one I wish would continue in some way in that style of animation and
Mm.
story too, but it's not going to happen. But this is the closest to what I wanted in a Star Wars anime. Although season two is less anime and more cultural focus, which is
I know.
fine.
I mean, which I'm glad. Would it wouldn't be as interesting if they just did anime all the time.
I want that though, but
No, I know
this is
you
fine.
want that, but I'm saying
Yeah,
would not be interesting.
I understand.
And I'm pretty
Mm.
sure for season 3 they'll expand even more
Oh, they are. They are.
to different art styles.
And I honestly didn't
Um,
know that season two was going to be more um outside of the traditional anime,
mm,
if that makes any sense. So this is kind of
yeah.
like surprise to me, like, oh, okay, because I was expecting like all anime, but like different artists of that genre of anime.
Hmm.
No, that makes sense. And I mean, like, just think about it, if we get like a Akira Toriyama,
Oh
uh,
God, I would love that.
what's his name? Like, not is it Miss Mizuki?
I want the creator
I forget.
of Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust um to do something, which is probably not going to happen, but I love that art style from the movie.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean that was that was a big that was a big update from the original Vampire Hunter D, which I'm not gonna lie, love that 1,010% the original, and I love Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust for sure. Yeah, taking a look at it, yeah, I don't know. Like the next season, if they do make a third season of this, I think, I mean, I think people overall enjoy this art style or the different art styles and storytelling of this. I think like I guess what I was saying earlier is that I feel like this is like a test for Star Wars, like to see what people will like, right? Like, are people open to animated series outside of like the Bad Batch and this, that, and the other?
Oh God,
Um,
yeah.
so
I don't
like,
even consider the Bad Batch anime at all.
well, it's still animation. If it's not live action, I just consider it animation.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so like if we got true anime inspired Star Wars, I think a lot of people would like it. I think that hopefully, I'm hoping that
I'm
they're
sure it
playing
will
with it.
happen. We just gotta give it a little more time.
Yeah, talking about Japan and Star Wars and anime. I don't know if I ever wore this shirt to you guys and show you guys this, but this is I got a shirt. If you guys could probably, I don't know if you guys could tell what the logo
Yeah,
is.
it's Japanese.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is this is it's a Japanese poster for Return of the Jedi. So
Mm.
yeah, I was like, pretty dope shirt. So this is, I want to get an actual poster of it, but it's super hard to get. Outside of it just being reproduced, but yeah, it has a really really cool art poster for it. So I got it as a shirt for today because since we're talking about Visions and Star Wars, I want it to be theme appropriate.
Well, let me
Um,
ask you a question. Is there any particular characters that are shrunken down and pushed towards the back?
you try,
No, I don't think they had Lando in this one.
yeah,
Oh,
Lando,
at all, huh? Okay.
yeah, they actually,
No, in the movie? No, he came in
Two,
until
I think. Wasn't it two?
Was it Empire?
Yeah, it was Empire, I think. I think so.
let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see. Was
I think it was two.
It might be too. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Ed, so what are you trying to say, Ed? Are
I'm
you?
just I'm just saying how it is in certain countries, how certain characters are shrunken down and pushed back to the
No,
side
he
for
was in this one. Oh shit.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was.
he was in Return of the Jedi. Absolutely.
What?
Yep. But luckily, in this poster, there's no actual people on this. And the Japanese poster is just hands holding a lightsaber, and
Okay.
then you just see planets in the background. So yeah, nothing, no.
Are those planets dark?
Ed, I see what you're trying to do, and I don't. I'm not going to entertain this conversation any longer. Not coming
Well,
from you of all people. Okay,
that makes no sense,
you
but okay.
people, you people.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean by
You know
that?
exactly what I mean by
Well,
you people.
I'm asking, what do you mean by you
You know
people?
exactly what I mean.
For our listeners out there, just a quick homework assignment. One day, Google certain movies that are released or certain poster movies that are released in America compared to China, preferably like Black Panther or Star Wars. What was the new ones that came out?
House Party.
Sure. What's that new
Little
Star Wars movie that
Mermaid.
came out? I don't even know about that. I haven't even done that yet.
Yeah, they did
But
that. Then they did do something special for China. We talked about that. They
We talked about that.
instead of making her dark, like brown, they color washed her to be blue.
I did not know that.
You know, for Black Panther, you know, in China, you know what they came out when
They
it
put a
released. No,
mask on.
no, you know
Right.
what when they released it, you know what they called the movie?
No.
Panther. There's no black in it. They
Wow.
took it out, and then only had. And the funny thing is, they took out all the black people wore masks, and in the very front of the movie, it was what's his name, Martin Freeman. Is that Martin Freeman?
Wait, who?
Remember the white guy who was let me see. I think it's Martin Freeman. He
He
was
was the only person without a mask on or something?
yeah, they had him right. Yeah, it's Martin Freeman. They had him right center on the poster. They had T'Challa in the background fighting Captain America. Captain America wasn't even in the movie, but they had him in there.
Wow.
So absolutely crazy. But
Wow.
it's just it is what it is, man.
That's your homework assignment for our listeners.
Well, I think everybody is well aware that China, when it comes
No, not a
to
lot. No, there's someone I know. She's a little bit younger, but swears she is a Disney fangirl.
okay,
I told her about the whole poster thing, and she was like quiet for at least a good 5 minutes
how old is
because
she?
she had no idea.
That's your
25.
problem right there. That's your problem right there.
Why are you hanging out with 25-year-olds?
I know
let's not get into that question.
young people in their 20s and older people in their 40s and 50s. I know a lot of people, whether it be work related.
Ed, you don't have to explain yourself. So
No, explain yourself.
So I mean, no, it's just that I mean I think that's pretty common. Now, of course, people are not caring. Most people are not checking up behind China's release. Like they only care about American releases or what they can see on theaters or in the movie or on trailers and whatnot. So
Well,
I mean, I
I'm
can
just
see
saying
it.
from a self-proclaimed Disney fanatic.
Well, you're not gonna be a
Yes.
fanatic over China in Chinese, the Chinese market, you know. So I mean, it's still I when I say I like Disney movies, like I love the Fox and the Hound, right? I'm not sitting there saying, man, but I am really big fan of it, and I also know the Portuguese market for Fox and
Well,
the Hound
listen
either.
to what I'm
Like,
saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
It's not what it used to be.
Listen to what I'm saying. A self-proclaimed Disney fanatic. Like if you proclaim that, you want to look at every nick and cranny of that
Nick and
company.
Cranny.
Yeah, of that company and franchise of it. Like, let's say I'm uh, a Linkin Park
sure.
fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to know as much as I want about that band.
But the thing is okay. So okay,
So you're going to know things that most people don't know about.
but sure. But the same thing. There's always things that you can find out or things that you can do that can still separate you. Like, have you been to a Linkin Park concert?
Unfortunately, no, because of money.
Well, you're supposed to be a fanatic, and that's what I'm saying. Like
Didn't say I
somebody,
was though.
but I'm saying that's the example you gave. So at the end of the day, that's all I'm going to assume. So at the end of the day, I mean, it's still like the Chinese market, like that. Ultimately, most people don't care about what's going on in China, so they're just gonna be like, whatever. So I'm not surprised, but no, it's still an interesting tidbit for people to know. People wouldn't think that because we live in the bubble, right? We live in the bubble in the United States or wherever you live in the Western world, where the idea of taking a black character and completely minimizing them in a movie where there's like uh what's her name, Daisy Ridley, or Ridley Daisy, what's her name,
Ray.
yeah, Ray. You got
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy
Yeah,
Ridley,
right.
I thought I said, yeah, Daisy Ridley. You have John Boyega, and you have what's his name, Oscar Isaac, being
Yeah.
some the three most pivotal characters kind of in the series, and you see John Boyega right at the bottom, like they put him. You know, there's a trademark at the very bottom. That's where you see him behind.
It's right over his face.
Yeah, you see him hiding behind the trademark. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. People are not used to that. So, you know, like when you are isolated in like the Western world, that's inconceivable for that to happen. So, I mean, it kind of is what it is. And the fact that movie theaters, or movie company, production companies, whatever, they allow that to happen. I mean, that's just what it is. But they also know at the same time that like Star Wars and all these other series are big movies overseas. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to get their money. So, I mean, me personally, would I minimize like my face as a person in the movie? Would I minimize my face? Maybe. Depends on how much money we're talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna get that Chinese money. Yeah,
Wow.
minimize me. Put me in the background. Like literally, I'm gonna tell the guys in the Photoshop room, take my photo. You see like the actual background of the photo, just put me right behind everything. I'm cool with that. As long as I continue to make money, I'm
Oh
totally fine.
my goodness.
Totally fine with that. But anywho,
All right.
They
all right.
were,
So
but
all right, let's give Visions a Blurry and what we thought
well, I
about it.
never said what is my favorites and what's my
Oh, go.
whatever.
You already
At least
did.
my
Yeah,
top three.
no, you already said your
Okay,
favorites.
top three. All right, let's
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
it.
My top three. First one is the
Hold
trying
on,
to find the
can I
names
tell
of
you
it.
what your top three is, and I can tell you what. So I know because I'm pretty sure you said those. You've already said those were your top three. Can I take a
I said
guess?
the two at least, but go on.
Okay, so if I can get them right, then you're going to admit that I.
Nope, nope.
Okay.
You no, nothing to admit,
You're gonna
but
have
Okay,
go
to
on.
do
you're
a
gonna have
special
to.
favor for
No,
Creamcast.
Yeah.
no, nothing to give a
All
special
right. So
favor
your
or
top
admit,
three.
but
Your top three. I would say number one was Journey to the Dark Head. Number two was
Yes.
Screecher's Reach, and number three
Mm-hmm.
was the Spy Dancer.
no.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Okay, what is it, Ed? Tell us.
So my top three is the
Green
first one
Terry,
was right
you know he's
because
lying. You know he's
the
lying, right?
first one
I
was
know
right.
he's lying.
You know he's
Yeah.
Nope,
lying.
nope. The first one was right because I already said it. The first one was
Yeah.
Journey to the Hand. The second one is let me find the name of it. Not that
Yeah,
one.
he's full of shit, Green Terry.
No, I
Yes.
already said the first one. I already said the
All right,
first
then
one.
where's the second one,
The
bitch?
second one is I'm looking for the name. In the Stars.
In the
And
stars.
the third one is the Spy Dancer.
Oh, okay.
Which one's in the stars?
In the Stars are the two only two people on the planet.
Wait, what was your first one?
The first one is Journey to the Dark Head. And I said that already.
Green Tenor, go back
Yeah.
in the video.
I said that
Go back in
already.
the
Mhm.
video, and let's see what and let's review is what he said was. In
Yeah, we
his
shall
top three.
review.
And plus, I said the Screecher's Reach. I said it's not my favorite, but I love the twist. And I said that when
I think this is a twist.
Well, hey, call me Oliver.
And this is why you didn't get
Okay,
called
so
back. That's why you didn't
Call
get
back. What are you
it.
talking about? What call are you
yeah,
talking
that's why
about?
you got curved, son.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What was I gonna say? All right, so let's give it blurries. I'll give it. I enjoyed it too much.
I will say this. I enjoyed the first season more than the second.
I enjoyed this season more. So in that case, I'm gonna give it a 9. I really enjoyed it.
9. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I would give this a solid 8. I loved it. Outside of I think the ones that kind of held it back was Wallace and Gromit. I wasn't a real big fan of that one. It wasn't horrible. It was just mediocre to me. And Sith, the first one was
The first
good.
one,
It was
no,
good, but it wasn't that great. But
I didn't like it at
the
all.
rest of them, I loved.
Damn, I forgot about the first one.
I
Yeah,
didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I'll
But
stick with the 9. Fuck
yeah.
it. But
I
yeah, you're right. The first one was sketchy because it looked interesting, but I'm like,
yeah,
it's
looked
not
decent
anything I've
also.
seen before. And then when you started getting deeper into it, like, oh wow,
yeah. So like I said,
yeah.
I'll give it 7. A solid 7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, you went from 8 to a 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I could split it in half. 7.5.
Damn,
7.5.
okay.
Yeah, 7.
I'm gonna go 8.5 because the first episode I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, it set the. At first, I'm not gonna lie. I liked it.
It set the tone.
It set the tone a little bit, and then when we got to the second one, I was like, "Holy shit! This is what I guess people experience." I've never seen an episode of Black Mirror, but that's what people tell me. Like, one episode will be like, and then there will be a knockout episode, and it'll be like, "Yes, this was amazing." And then when you try to rate it, or you're trying to do like an aggregate score, it's kind of hard because there's certain ones you just really loved, and then do you want to bring down the whole season just because one bad episode?
One episode, but that's how we're grading it as a complete package.
Yeah, so 7.5.
Yeah,
I'll give it that.
Yeah, 8.5, 10. Ed?
So I like the first season more. Give this one a 7.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're on the same area-ish?
Yeah, area-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious of what Darkseid will think about it.
He would love it because of one.
Because of that one episode.
10 out of 10.
Give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
An 11 out of 10.
Yeah, with that idea he wants to bring of having the super high score for one.
Yeah, right.
That's what he will use it on.
Yeah, he's gonna use it exactly for that one. He's gonna be like, yeah, this is the perfect episode beta. Perfect episode beta. I've been watching like some Bollywood films, so at the end of the day, I feel like
JJJJ or whatever it's called.
Well, no, the biggest one was RRR. I told you guys to watch that. I thought it was really good.
The commercials, the trailers look really amazing.
Oh, a show that you guys should watch that's short, very short. It's a little short film, but I liked it a lot. Was a short film called Two Distant Strangers on Netflix. I told my wife about it, and she was like, at first when she watched it, she was like, "Eric, why the fuck do you got me watching this shit?" And I was like, "My bad." She's like, "No." She's like, "That's what I thought initially when I watched it." But then she's like, "I really liked it at the end." I'm like, "Oh, I'm happy that you liked it." But Two Distant Strangers, I would definitely recommend that. It's only 30 minutes long on Netflix. Yeah, by a rapper. The main actor is a rapper called Joey Badass. I was really surprised that he was actually a really great actor in this. But yeah, I'm all about the short content. I don't want to watch something for too long. Good example, Oppenheimer. When we talk about it, that's a long film. I think it was 3 hours long.
Wow.
So it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the short content because I want to get as much as I can and keep it pushing. Hour is kind of pushing it, but yeah, I mean, if you guys want to check out a film that I recently looked at, check that out. I think you guys will like it for sure.
I'm actually working on some short content, but just haven't released or anything yet. But
that's we did hear Ed Underground is coming out with some short content. He gave us a sneak peek.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Oh, this is different. This is different than the stuff you showed us.
Yeah, the Chat GPT things.
So that's Chat GPT stuff. What I'm talking about is stuff that I've written. I'm just using AI art for visuals.
Oh, okay. So
it's short content.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I listened to episode
You haven't seen any episodes.
No, I'm saying of your Chat GPT one. I found that to be.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
No, I understand that, but I'm assuming the skill is going to be roughly the same. So if
no,
I enjoy
I'm not using Chat GPT for what I'm talking
Green
about.
Turner, is he slow? I think he's slow.
Yeah, he's pretty slow.
Yes, he's pretty slow.
That's why he needs Chat GPT.
Yeah.
I'm not using Chat GPT for what I'm talking about.
I said that. I said I'm assuming that as much as I enjoyed the one else Chat GPT, I'm going to enjoy yours just as much, if not more.
I
That's the
would
point.
think more because it's made by a human, but yes.
I mean, I wouldn't know the
He's
difference.
not getting it.
He's not.
It's
He's not.
okay.
It's
okay.
Something's wrong with this guy. I really don't.
All
Anyhow,
right.
let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 92 of the Blrd podcast. As always, you can catch us live and chat with us here on Twitch at the Blrd at twitch.com. Oh, twitch.tv. It's been a minute. You can catch us on Twitch at the Blrd podcast. And also listen to us on every episode on major podcasting platforms like Apple and Spotify.
Are words just coming into your head and you just like you just saying whatever comes to your mind?
That's that stream of consciousness, baby.
Yeah,
Stream of consciousness.
Like
yes,
he's literally having what they call when you have
out of body experience right now.
Well, not an out of body experience. No, that's a good one. You know, like you have a timeline and the timeline splits. That's how it's stream of thought. It has a stream of consciousness.
Something event. That's something event.
Yeah.
Huh?
Canon?
No, this is Marvel.
No.
This is
whatever event it's called.
Yeah. So you have a stream of consciousness, and then all of a sudden it just breaks off, and then where it goes, no one knows. It just but it doesn't stop. It doesn't join back in the main consciousness. It just streams off. But no, I appreciate that. Yeah. Until next time, guys, we will blur you later. We'll be here next week, right? We're talking in Oppenheimer.
Oh, Oppenheimer.
I'm Oppenheimer. Yes.
Oppenheimer.
Ed. That's how the Germans. That's how the Germans say it.
That's how they say it, Ed.
I'm an Oppenheimer guy in the Oppenheimer world. It's fantastic. It's bombastic.
You can touch my hair.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere.